So here is a practical demonstration of the project that we've been talking about. So here, looking at the circuit diagram, we're about to implement the diagram. We need a buzzer. So this is the buzzer. We also need the rotary encoder. That's it here. That's the rotary encoder. Then we also need our breadboard, since we're working on the breadboard, and then our Arduino. Then one more component that we are going to need is the 2-digit 7-segment display. That's it here. You can see it. Then we also need a 10 kilo ohm resistor. That's it here, just like you can see in the diagram. Okay, so let's start implementation. The diagram is actually very easy. I'm going to first of all bring my 5-volt and ground to the breadboard. So here is my 5 volts. That's a VCC. So I bring it to the breadboard. Then I need my ground too. And bring it to the breadboard. So I make sure I have 5 volts on ground on the breadboard, just like you've seen. Okay, so the next thing is I want to connect my buzzer. My buzzer is the easiest to connect. So this is my negative, the orange one. You can see there's a plus here, which is the red. So the orange is my negative. So I'm going to put it at negative. Then from our diagram, the buzzer goes to pin 13. So I'm going to put it at 13. Okay, so we are done with the buzzer. So the next thing is encoder. Yeah, the next thing is our encoder. So I'm going to place it on the breadboard this way. So I'm going to need 4 wires, or 5 absolutely. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to need there is I'm going to need the ground. This is the ground. So the next thing is my 5 volts. So I'm going to use this. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to need is my switch. As SW here. So for my switch, the wire goes from there straight up to pin 10. Then the next thing I'm going to need is the 10 kilo ohm resistor that goes to from SW, that's our switch pin, to connects our switch pin to VCC. That's good. So I think we are almost done. So the last pin that I'm going to need is my DT and my clock. So my DT goes to 9. So the last one here is my clock. My clock goes to 8. So that's it here. That's it. So we are done with the rotary encoder. So the next thing I need to connect is my 2-digit 7-segment display. So the black and the red here is VCC and ground. So I'm going to put the black ground, and then the red on 5 volts. So remaining 3 wires to go. Now these 3 wires, the first one here is my SDI. So looking at our diagram, SDI goes to pin 7. Followed by my SCL. My SCL from the diagram goes to pin 6. Then lastly by the load pin. So our load from diagram goes to pin 5. So we are done. Let's now reprogram our Arduino board. So I'm going to open the code and quickly make sure it's connected to the port and the right board being selected. So I'll quickly upload. So it's uploading right now. Yes, we are done uploading our code. So let's run a test. So let's see if it works. So I'm going to turn my rotary encoder clockwise. You can see that it's counting. It's counting. So let me say 30 seconds. So I want it to start counting down from 30 seconds. So I'm going to click on the switch, which is done by just pressing the rotary encoder downwards. So I'm going to press it. So you're going to press it until you hear this beep sound. Good. So it has been pressed. So it will keep counting down until it gets to 0. When it gets to 0, it's going to beep for 5 seconds. So let's allow it to count down. You can see. So I think it works very fine. It works accurately. The segment display is actually very bright. Yes, I think I like it. Okay, I think it's almost at 0. 1, 0. Beautiful. You can see that. So you can do a lot with this. You can use this in your kitchen. Maybe before you add a recipe, you can set a time. You can use this for a quiz competition. You can apply this in so many things. You can also use this as a timer for to trigger anything, to notify you on at any point, so you can apply the same concept in achieving a lot of things. So I hope you like it. Don't forget to like my videos. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.